Okay, so I watched the TV lineups. Like I said, I mainly watch prime time. Now, I didn't really catch all of To Tell the Truth, but they had certain people on, like one of them was a Paralympic um, female who won medals, right, and things like that. Right? So anyway, and on The Rock, right, um, Rock is explaining how he was injured and in the shoulder, right, about his football career and how he kind of got a little depressed about what happened. Almost gave up. Kind of ended on that note, right? But then decided to go back, do it all again. Go back, Jack, do it again. We'll turn them round and round. So there was an attack at a spa in Atlanta. 8 dead. And then sometime later, Atlanta police responded to a report of a robbery in progress at another massage parlor, the Gold Massage Spa. Right now, it appears that it appears that all victims are female. Okay, and race? It appears that they may be Asian. After the shooting at the Gold Massage Spa, police were called to a shooting across the street at a third parlor, the Aroma Therapy Spa. One person died there. Police quickly learned enough from witnesses and surveillance cameras to identify a suspect. They later chased down and caught 21-year-old Robert Allen Long of Woodstock. The arrest happening in Crisp County. That's about 150 miles south of Atlanta. So far, no word of a people like this have a God complex. They think they're able to murder people in the name of God, and they're not getting that Satan, right? Night Savannah Mayor Van Johnson expressing his concerns over the large crowds over the weekend here. Many people not wearing masks. Mm-hmm. So, on Keaton, all right, he's trying to go back to Dayton, right? And his wife's dad ain't for it, right? Who passed away, by the way, and but his brother is kind of for it. And anyway, and then goes on about one of their coworkers. She was engaged like 5 times or something, right? Anyway, so that's basically then one of their guests started a karate kind of workout program, and he was trying to ask her out that if she had a boyfriend, right? And told her, he wasn't told she had a boyfriend, right? So he didn't know, but he denied when he was asking her, and after she told him she had a boyfriend, he didn't believe her, right? And he made her mad. Then she tried to kick his butt a little bit, right? But I think that's also overreacting the situation. Yeah, no. She shouldn't have done all that. Though it is part of the show, so right. But anyway, so um, the girls are watching videos of their mom, right? And her dad goes in there and watches it with them, and he realizes, maybe it is time to move on, right? That's played by Don Johnson. And anyway, so Blackish had to deal with Lane, and one of the daughters put lipstick on, and then the youngest son again was bare chested or something, and don't know what exactly that was all about, but anyway, they were trying to
work things out by parenting, right? Um, and the problem was kind of lying too about it, right? So they both got punished with 2 weeks of being grounded, right? In general, right? And it's about keeping the secrets a little bit. Yeah. So, um, they were, you know, even Pops and his mom, right? I forgot what song it was, but it was an old soul song, right? Um, but anyways, she was explaining something to Pops about it, right? Who was played by Lawrence Fishburne, and I can tell him from Samuel L. too. Right. They don't look alike to me. But anyway, there was a song, certain songs she was talking to him about that got her in the mood and all that. But I didn't quite catch the title, stuff like that. So on NCIS, there was this dude who was fighting dogs for money, right? He made about $8,200 or something doing that. And Gibbs caught him kind of on his property and got mad with him and beat him up, basically. So anyway, they're trying to figure out what's all going on and find out if he's really, you know, fighting the dogs. So that's legal, right? And again, he had steroids and stuff like that for the dogs to make him meaner, right? And there's this one female dog Gibbs rescues and brings her to the NCIS headquarters and has the lab technician look out after her, who's played by a different girl now than Abby. But anyway, so they're trying to get him to make a statement. And at the end, you know, he won't apologize, so he kind of loses his badge and gun and all that, right? Uh-oh, that ain't good. But they do get the guy, yeah. Basically. So, on Fox, there's this new show about people repairing and helping people out by making a workspace, or one had to do with the school where they had programs for children in school for skilled labor, right? This is where you're studying to become a mason or electrician, wood shop, things like that, right? And so they build this area for the children to do the trade in, right? To learn the trade, right? So they do that for that school, and then the other is kind of like they help people who are like needing work and things like that, right? It's kind of like a work center type thing. So they do a lot of things, including a soundproof room for someone who does podcasts and things like that. All right. Yep. Now I didn't really catch the Flash or anything, right? And that's basically what I watch. And on Superman, all right. Um. it starts with the opening of they're at a game, right? And the guy who's bank Lana works at shows up and stuff like that, and invites her husband and her to dinner or something, right? And anyway, they put the youngest guy in. I think he's Jordan. Yeah. And then his brother, anyway, you know, he gets the play and gets the ball. But something happens with another student and his arm starts vibrating for some reason. He broke his arm or something. And again, they're getting the touchdown and everything, right? Win the game, I guess. So that was cool, and it's kind of got a little after party, and he's getting closer to Lana's daughter and things like that. Right. So, and they're trying to work things out. And the dude's, I think he broke somebody's arm or something accidentally. And the dude's arm starts vibrating. And it might have also involved his heat vision, right? And something else. So, Lois's dad shows up and, you know, trying to get Clark to be more diligent about his duties to everybody, right? Not just his family. He's trying to be there for his family too, right? Now, it's kind of weird because he realizes, you know, Clark's trying to do the right thing for his family, so, and meanwhile, criminal escapes by using explosive bubblegum or chewing gum, right? This dude escapes from prison while being transferred from one prison to another, I guess. And his henchmen show up and get him out of there. And then Superman's called in. But he goes to the wrong place because the dude has this little mechanism, right? Kind of a circle thing, like a light or something. And he depresses it, and Clark goes there, but they're not there by the time he gets there. And anyway, so they are trying to locate this dude, and Clark shows up again, and he starts using this weapon to attack Superman's hearing, I think. Kind of. And it gets real weird because the side of his head turns yellowish, right? As he's shooting the weapon at him. And anyway, I don't know. They're kind of going over all that, and basically, it ends with the Lois's dad using a code 7734. But you turn it upside down and it's help. Now in school, right, on the calculator, 7734 upside down is help. Yep. Remember that little thing from high school? You can also spell out boobs, which is B00B5. Yeah. Yep. hmm And those just are kind of words you can write on a calculator or something like that. And um, but when the government's entrapping you into something you don't know what's going on, right? And most of it's information, right? You're learning about that wasn't found until recently, especially the Gnostic Gospels and things like that, right? So anyway, that's part of the problem. Now on the FBI, this woman is heading towards her home when this guy shows up and tries to kidnap her. He winds up shooting someone and puts her in the trunk of the car, but there's no ransom demand. But she's also dating the senator dude, and again, turns out they want the money from him. About $700,000 would be enough for a down payment, right, and all that, right. And they're trying to figure out, who kidnapped her and all that, and it goes to a warehouse, an acquaintance of someone she's dating or something like that owns, right. And he has her watch or something. And when they get to the warehouse thing, they find a little bit of blood, kind of pulled by a chair, as if she was held hostage. And then it turns out some other guys are involved with the mob, maybe, right? And they're trying to get it $700,000 from the senator as a down payment. So they obviously kidnapped her, and it kind of ends with, I'm not sure she's rescued yet, but I'll watch it next weekend and see what's going on. Next week and see what's going on. I didn't really watch This Is Us or what was the other one? There was like three. New Amsterdam was one from 10 to 11. There's one in between that, and I forgot what it was. Yeah. Might have been Aliens Game of Games or something. I forget. One of those two shows, but anyway, that was on FBI, Blackish, and then Mixedish, again, had to do with the wife was working at his dad's law firm, right? Trying to, wanted to be a good example of doing the job, and, they were doing a lot of redacting of some of their cases. And, the dad was trying to help out a student, but about getting a job and stuff like that. And kind of wanted him to buy a suit or something like that. And again, played by Mark Paul Gosselaar from Saved by the Bell. And anyway, they're trying to get him to realize he might be doing favoritism, right? A little bit. Because the guy trying to help out is African American, but again, right? And anyway, and there's this new boy that Rainbow lights, right? And again, she's acting a little weird. And French kisses a bowl into the kitchen or something. And the other kids don't quite, think she's acting odd a little bit, right? But there's this real tall boy that was staying there or something, right? Kind of like an intern, I think. And again, now I don't know if she's their aunt or next door neighbor, but anyway, she's you know, trying to teach him to be, more controlled in the work environment and act more loose, I guess you would say. Anyway, right, and it kind of ends with him leaving and all that, and you know, Rainbow's kind of, glad he was there, but feels like he liked her too and stuff like that. It kind of ends that way. With the dude leaving, and that's kind of the end. And the mom kind of realizes, the job that she deserved the job and things like that. And I kind of do it right. And oh yeah, I forgot something else. On Black Lightning, James Remire is on it from what is it? Mortal Kombat, right? The second one, yeah. Because the first one had Christopher Lambert play the Lightning dude. I forgot his name. But anyway, so after that was FBI's Most Wanted, right? And it starts with this dude, and there's this guy who's drunk, and he offers him a ride, right? But he winds up throwing him over a damn bridge. And, anyway, he drives him to this bridge and throws him over the bridge, right? And he does it again with another dude, right? But then he graduates to sexual assault of a female, right? And this is because of how he was treated in school, right? So, right. And anyway, I know. And on Soul of a Nation, they're talking about the black church. And see, I've been out the black churches, white churches, right? I'm kind of one of those people who's been around, right? Now, like I said, another reason, right? You get confused with churches. People tend to focus on what's important to them and not always tell you everything in the Bible, because it confuses them sometimes, right? It don't quite fit with everything they're saying, so they make up their own belief, right? And Constantine was the one to do that in 325 AD, who started the Roman Catholic Church. 300 years after Jesus now, right? This dude came in and, acted like he can change what the church was dealing with up to him, which was Gnosticism and Orthodoxism, right? Now, the Gnostics are trying to teach the seven seals, right? The Orthodox are trying to keep it sealed until a certain time when the two witnesses, according to Revelation, are supposed to reveal it to you what's going on. I know. Now, if my shipmates happen to expose me to Gnosticism, I wouldn't even know about it, right? And Davis was trying to do something else with his sailors and teaching them to jerk off with each other, right? Which is a little quasi-gay, right? And like I'm trying to explain to Sheena, the problem with that is I'm not into any of that. Well, I was going out there, right? But I'm not judging them, but, they're trying to do something sexual with two men that I know the church doesn't preach on, right? Especially in Georgia. So anyway, I get back to FBI. I didn't finish the story, but anyway, the guy, this all started in high school, and then he goes and kidnaps a girl he liked, and he was also gonna kill her boyfriend in high school because he felt like she didn't stick up for him, and because they were picking on that he was gay, right? Things like that. But it winds up he gets killed in the end, and again, right? And then the guy goes to the horse stables where his horses are, and the woman who's kind of running the whole thing, her husband shows up and is showing his ass, right? And again, right? It kind of ends with that. Kind of a standoff, but he tells the guy he's her husband, right? She's his wife and all that, and that's kind of how it ends. Though he's trying to get him to back off and get out of there, but he won't. And see, he's one of the husbands like in Sleeping with the Enemy. I know he is. And see, they seem charming to get you, but then they turn into Mr. Hyde, right? And it's like with Sheena, I didn't know she was waiting for marriage or not. She didn't say per se, right? So I thought she wanted the total package, right? Including sex. Because she failed to mention it to me, and I can't read her mind, but I'm trying to apologize to her if our wires got crossed, right? But I thought she wanted to go all the way with me. And all I can do is, if she got confused, is tell her, I'm sorry, I didn't need to have sex with you. You were trying to wait for marriage, right? I didn't know that was your deal, right? And all I can do is apologize because I didn't understand you were trying to wait for marriage before you had sex, right? And see, I had been through so much with my pastors, I was already having sex. But I was also trying to marry the girl, right? Not just screw you or bed you and leave you, right? But I'm sorry it didn't work out, and I'm sorry I took advantage of you, maybe, I know. And that's all I can say, is I took advantage and didn't know you were waiting for marriage, and I probably should have asked you if you were waiting for marriage. I didn't think of that, right? And so that's the point there, too, right? All right.